Let's go over all 9 subtle hints of Luke Skywalker's Force projection technique in The Last Jedi. This is Mike Zero here once again. If you guys are new here to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. So, as you all know, toward the very end of this film, we have that big moment between both uncle and nephew, Luke and Kylo Ren, dueling it out on the planet Crait, but little did we know upon the first viewing that Luke Skywalker was actually not there, and just Force projecting a double of himself from the planet ahch-to, which by the way is nowhere near the planet Crait, so he was essentially Force projecting a double of himself across the whole entire galaxy. But what are all the 9 subtle hints in The Last Jedi that tell us that he is indeed not there? Well, let's go over this right now. Now, the first one being number 1 here is the moment between both Luke and C-3PO. This takes place after the Luke and Leia reunion scene, and in fact, there is a moment where C-3PO says, "Master Luke," and Luke Skywalker looks at C-3PO, nods his head, and gives him a wink and moves on to exit the old Rebellion base. That wink is a big hint that he is actually not there and is up to a big trick here. Number 2 is that you can't see his footprints. Now, one thing that director and writer Rian Johnson focused on were these key shots of Kylo Ren's feet, especially Kylo Ren's feet in comparison to Luke Skywalker's feet, because Kylo Ren leaves the red markings, the red footprints, while Luke Skywalker does not. Number 3 is that he is younger looking. This is the more obvious one. Luke Skywalker actually has shorter hair here. He looks younger. He's got a brown beard, and he's even sporting a different outfit, quite possibly an outfit from before the events of when he trained his own nephew, Ben Solo. And honestly, to me, it looks like Luke Skywalker is slimmer here. It looks like as if he lost weight. He looks a whole lot better than how he did on the planet ahch-to, let me just say that. Number 4 is all with the lightsaber that he is using. This is Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber. It's not broken. And I'm honestly quite surprised that Kylo Ren did not catch this. But, you know, of course, in the rage and his anger that most likely all blinded all of this, I know that was a big question as to why Kylo Ren did not notice that. It was all about his anger and rage blinding that little detail. So, the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber split into 2 with the Force duel between both Rey and Kylo Ren. Luke Skywalker is now using that in one piece, so that was another hint right then and there. Now, number 5 is the sound design. The sound design was actually discussed on the official Star Wars YouTube channel in a new video called Secrets Explained for The Last Jedi. And the sound design, it actually makes no noise when he steps on the crunchy salt. So that's another thing to look out for. Number 6, alright, we have the flakes blowing through the fight that don't land on Luke, but they do on Kylo Ren. So, one of the fine details during this fight is, of course, there are flakes falling from the sky when both Luke and Kylo are dueling it out with lightsabers, and you actually do notice these little flakes. They land on Kylo Ren, but they don't land on Luke Skywalker, which is an interesting thing to actually look at. Now, number 7 is that the flakes hit Kylo Ren's lightsaber, but they actually make a noise with Kylo Ren's lightsaber while they do not with Luke's. So, that moment where Kylo Ren essentially flips his lightsaber in that really cool and unique stance, the lightsaber makes a specific sound, as if there are little particles going through the saber blade. Now, that was actually intentional in terms of the sound design to make that sound different in comparison to Luke's, where the flakes hitting Luke's lightsaber make no sound at all. Number 8, alright, is that Luke brushes his shoulder and nothing is there. So there's nothing on Luke Skywalker's shoulder at all whatsoever. You don't see flakes on his outfit, there's nothing there. He wipes nothing off. So that was a little, gotcha moment. The other thing is, and this is the final one, this is number 9, is Poe questions while they are trapped in this cave. Poe questions how Luke got in here. So he's like, hey, how'd he get in here? Where'd the crystal critters go, is what Finn says as well. So Luke Skywalker, when he was projecting a double of himself from the planet ahch-to, most likely just appeared in that little catacomb looking entrance that led to the little control room into the abandoned rebellion base. So those are all the 9 subtle hints of Luke Skywalker's force projection technique in The Last Jedi. Let me know if you guys caught any others in the film, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.